everybody, this is Bobby with Bobby Stamps, and I have a beautiful fall card I'm going to share with you guys today. This is one of the cards in my November free card packets, and if you want to find out how you can earn a free card packet, just visit my blog. It's bobbystamps.com, and all the details are listed on my blog. So the stamp sets I'm going to use today are Colorful Seasons and the Hostess set background bits. Colorful Seasons, I'm only using the framelits. I'm not using any of the stamps. I'm getting all my images from the background bits stamp set. I'm going to be using Cajun Craze ink, Soft Suede, Crumb Cake, and Always Artichoke and Versamark, because I am going to be doing some embossing. And I'm going to use the copper embossing powder. And you'll need your heat tool, of course. And then I also used the Layered Texture Dynamic folder for this piece of Always Artichoke. And the card base is Cajun Craze. And then I'm going to stamp my images on the piece of Whisper White. And then I have a piece of Always Artichoke and Cajun Craze that I'm going to use to do the embossing for the leaves. I'm going to use the linen thread. And then I also used the Regal's Enamel Shapes. And I used the Always Artichoke and Cajun Craze in that. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to put a piece of scrap paper down so I don't get my work surface a mess. And I'm just going to unfold it because I will be doing some stamping off to get a lighter image from the Crumb Cake ink that I'm going to use. So I'm just going to grab my image really quick. And this font is so tiny that I'm not sure if my stamp is right side up or not, so stamping off really helps. Now this you don't have to stamp perfect. I'm just doing it for a background image, so it doesn't matter to me that I'm overlapping, and it doesn't matter to me if the images don't turn out to be straight, because I am just doing it, like I said, for exactly what the name of the stamp set is, background bits. I just wanted a background. So I'm going to clean that stamp and grab the Thank You sentiment in that same stamp set. Open up my Always Artichoke and see what direction I have that going in. And then I'm just going to stamp Thank You right there in the bottom right hand corner. And we'll close this up, move this out of the way, and we can get rid of that ugly scratch piece of paper. And then I'm going to bring in, you also need your embossing buddy, so let me grab mine really quick. So I'm just going to lay that there for right now, get the Versamark, and we'll get the leaf image. I guess I do use the leaf image, don't I? I fibbed. So I'm just going to ink that up in Versamark. I'm going to take this and just lightly go over that. And that's just going to help get any fingerprints or anything like that off that cardstock. And then we'll just pull up like that. And then I'm going to just lay that over there. We'll do the same thing with the Always Artichoke. Ink that up really well. And just stamp that right there in one of the corners. I'm just making sure that I'm leaving enough room to get that framelit around them too. And then I'm going to open up my copper embossing powder. And I got these cute little containers and the little spoons at my local Dollar Tree, over where they keep like the party supply stuff. And the spoons were, of course, the little Tupperware thing was in the food aisle where they have their dishes and things. But this just fits perfectly. I'll show you. The spoon just fits perfectly right in there. So let me just pop the lid back on that, because I can just see that going everywhere. And it's really a cute little container. The lid fits really well. Let me turn around and grab my heat tool. Just gonna turn that on really quick. And there goes the magic. Whenever you're using the heat tool too, you want to be really careful because it does get extremely hot. Just make sure you get it all melted. We'll do our other piece. It won't take as long for this one because the heat tool's already been warmed up. I like to just go over it, make sure that I have it all of it melted. Okay, I'm gonna have to, you know what, I said we were using Cajun Craze ink. Oh, you know what, I started a different card and went in a different direction, so yeah, you don't need Cajun Craze. Sorry about that, guys. I was just sitting here looking at it when I picked it up and I thought, why do I have that? Now before I bring the Big Shot in, I want to bring my soft suede over. Yeah, I started with a totally different card using the vintage stamp set and kind of just totally went into a different direction when I started this card. Kind of turned into this card actually is what I meant to say. Okay, and I like that heavy look with this guy, so, and I didn't do it on my other card, but I am going to just do the soft suede on the Always Artichoke piece too. We'll just see what it looks like when we're done. I may not like it, I might like it better. I do this a lot in my online classes that I offer too. I show them the card the way I made it, and then right in the middle of it I'll be like, well, let's just try it with this and see how that looks. So I want to try to get my inks out of the way so I have room for my Big Shot. So let me just scooch that stuff out of there and grab the Big Shot. Okay, let me widen it out just a bit. And we'll only be able to cut one at a time. So I'm just going to place that on there like so. I think my Big Shot is on my plate, and I'm going to take, and this is kind of hard to see that stem, so you want to be careful. You don't want to cut your stem off. Okay, and in the process I'm going to have to move this because I have something sitting in front of me on my desk, and it will fly off if I don't. Okay? So let me, the leaf just popped right off for me. Just move that out of the way. And then we'll do it again on the piece of Cajun Craze piece. Just make sure you have it lined up. Put the other cutting plate on there. And again, I'm going to have to back it up. Okay. I thought I lost that framelit when I was down here earlier. I had to go up. I'm working on a couple of projects. If you haven't watched my Facebook Live from this past Wednesday, November 1st, I made a mini album, and I just absolutely adore it. But the people that signed up to take that class, I've been working on uploading that video for them. And so I've been kind of working on a couple of things at once. Okay. Kind of feel like I was going someplace with that thought, and now I totally lost where I was going. So I hope I wasn't telling you guys something that you needed to know, because my brain's not working right now because I'm working on too much stuff. So I'm just going to take some Fast Fuse because I like to, anything that's been embossed like this, a thick piece of paper, I like to use Fast Fuse. I feel like I get a better adhesive, a better hold with it. So we'll just put that down there. And then because it's this Whisper White piece is going on top of that piece that was embossed with the embossing folder, I'm just going to do the same with it and use Fast Fuse. And then I'm just going to put this piece right in the center like that, okay? Then we're going to take our leaves, and I like to kind of like lay them and see how I think they're going to go. And let me grab some linen thread. How I made my bow was I just took 2 of my fingers and kind of wrapped it around. I didn't want a very big bow because this is, it's not a very big image. The hardest part is getting my fingers back out of it and keeping it gripped in the middle. Okay, and then that little piece that's hanging off, I need to clean my scissors. You can do one of 2 things. You can either bring them around, kind of adjust them and let them hang in the middle. But what I did, whoops, that one's getting away from me. Let me get that one back in. What I did was I just snipped them, pulled them out like that, and snipped them. Be careful around your fingers. But I just snipped them off because I didn't want them on there. And then I'm going to take my glue dots and I'm just going to grab one, and right where those 2 little pieces are that I just cut off, I'm going to put that glue dot, and that's going to help keep those hidden too. And then I just kind of rolled that, just kind of get it. You know, you don't want to do too much. You don't want to roll it too much because you don't want it to look funny. And then kind of like fix those back. And then I took another glue dot and I'm going to put it right on there and just lay it off to the side until I get these adhered down. Grab my dimensionals. And I put 2 on each one. Okay. And then we'll take this one off. And then we're just going to put this one kinda like that. And then take this one and I kind of put it underneath there, underneath the green one like that. Then you can bring in your bow now and just do whatever, you know, however you want to fix it before you put it on there. Make sure you have it the way that you like it. I think I did more layers with my other one now that I'm looking at it, because this one's kind of looking skinny, but it'll still be cute. And then I'm just going to place that right there like that. And you can use more glue dots if you feel more inclined to do so. Let me grab out of here. They should be right on top. I used the bigger one, and you can use either color. I think for this one I'm going to do the Cajun Craze. On the other card I did the Always Artichoke. But I just put that right in the middle, and that kind of hides that bulk and kind of hides the glue dot as well. Then I took the smaller ones and I put one in this corner, and then one of the small ones in the Always Artichoke, and just put it right there at the bottom. Okay, and that is how I made that card, guys. So there is the one we just made, and then there is my original. So if you guys want to know how you can receive the free card packet so you can make these yourself, visit my blog. It's bobbystamps.com. Thank you.